Hey guys, just finished watching Iron Fist Season 2, Episode 2 and Episode 3, City Not for Burning and The Deadly Secret. It or this deadly secret. Wow, what episodes these episodes are. First episode 2 was a little bit slower and stuff. I guess going into it, it just wasn't as sucking, like absorbing you into the show. And I feel like they I guess they're doing a little bit of a slower burn. At least for that episode, it was a bit of a slower burn. Episode 3 picks right up again. It's kind of interesting that they're doing that since you're just starting off the season. It's only 10 episodes, but it's like episode 2, you should want to be sucking in they'll be kind of attracting your audience to stay there, to really suck you into the story and really kind of make you want to stick with the story. So I find it weird that they're doing that the way they did that there. But I guess they figured at this point, you're either watching all the Netflix Marvel shows, or you're not watching any of them, or you're maybe just watching Daredevil since that's like the most popular one type thing. But it is really, really good. I really like where things are going, especially after the end of Daredevil of episode 3 for season 2 here on Iron Fist, and it was really cool, especially the ending with the whole dealing with stuff. I mean, the Joyce Meacham and Dovel storyline, have them being the main villain. It looks pretty interesting. I like the way things are going a little bit, but I much prefer the Typhoon Mary Walker storyline. Now going into it, knowing what we know from the comic books, knowing the stuff that she's has multiple personalities and stuff, it seems really cool the way they're kind of teasing things like that. I like where things are going with that. Like I said, the Joyce Meacham and Davos storyline, it's okay. It's kind of interesting at some points, but at the same time, I much rather focus on Typhoon and Mary's storyline. Now, I think where things are going with this, I could feel like they're setting it up to make it look like Joyce and Davos are going to be the main villain, and I feel like Davos would probably stay somewhat a villain. As to where things are going, but I feel like maybe Typhoon Mary takes over halfway through and kind of becomes the full-on villain. So I think hopefully we get to see a bit more of her, because I feel like we're only getting bits and pieces with her. Obviously, it's only in episode 3, so there's really her early on and stuff. But only 2 more episodes, and we're halfway through the season. It's only 10 episodes this season, which I like the way they're doing that. Just don't need to hold it to 13 episodes or always force a number of episodes. Just let it do its own thing. Now 10 episodes, I wouldn't want any less than 10 episodes. Maybe like 8 episodes if it really makes it like the Defenders and stuff. But just let the story tell itself. If you need only a certain amount of episodes, only do the amount of episodes you need, and don't stretch the story out too much. Otherwise, you get a little kind of stretched out a little bit. Like episode 2 here feels a little slow, a little kind of like, okay, waiting for things to happen. Nothing really happened in it. The only thing that really happened with it was the Typhoon Mary giving Danny the photos and stuff. That was really not much that really happened in that episode. So all in all, I'm really excited to see where things are going with this. The Ward things is kind of like, okay, it's kind of interesting, but I'm really interested to seeing where the Typhoon Mary storyline go and the Mary Walker thing, and to see where things go. Does Joyce Meacham and Davos, do they know that she has multiple personalities in there, and how many personalities does she have? From the comic books, I'm not mistaken, at least the origins that I've read about her, I didn't really know about her until finding out that she was going to be in this show. So, but watching the origin videos and stuff about her on YouTube, she has about 3 personalities. She has Mary Walker, the supervillain Typhoon Mary, and then another one, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see what we have here. I have the Marvel Wiki opened. Let's see how many personalities does she have inside of her. Does it say? Conducted, doesn't really say here, but if I find it, I'll try and put it on the different on the screen. If I find out how many personalities she has, I think it's really interesting to see where things are going to go with all those different things. It's definitely going to be quite cool to see how things kind of continue on with this character. In the comic books, it says here she has different powers, and she has pyrotechnics, where she can, ignite things, extinguish things, control fire and stuff. That'll be cool to see if they bring that in. I feel like they probably won't. Maybe at the end of the last episode, because these shows have been so grounded in realistic stuff that maybe having her shoot fire would just kind of throw it off for the show. But at the same time, I really desperately want them to do that. I want them to go full out and do this, and give Iron Fist both of his fists and stuff. Hopefully, they can build things up to that. It feels like we kind of are, just based on how they've changed the actual Iron Fist in this season without changing any writing in it. Just the way it affects. He's able to punch things. He punches the ground a lot more. He uses it to disperse a group of people a lot more. That's really cool seeing him do that. There is a scene in this episode where he just punches a table and all the guys around him just kind of go flying. That's really cool seeing him do that. What I really can't wait to see is if he's able to unlock the other hand and get both Iron Fists. It would be cool to see what happens if he just claps with both Iron Fists, or if he just fist bumps himself. Could he use that as a shockwave to kind of launch to kind of disperse groups of guys without actually killing everyone? Because if he punches someone with that, he's gonna kill them, right? But what happens if he does other stuff with that while it's glowing? Like in the first season, he was able to heal Colleen Wing. So what happens if he's fighting someone, he's able to just make his hand glow, and then instead of punching them, what if he just flicks them? What is that going to do? Would that launch the person over the place? What if he just kind of lightly tapped them, just like how Luke Cage does in his show, where when someone comes after him, he just kind of bops them on the head, just a light tap that really doesn't do anything, but it's Luke Cage, so it knocks them out type thing. So I think that would be really cool to seeing that. And if we go back to Luke Cage season 2, we see him in Iron Fist, where Iron Fist just punches his hand and it kind of sends a shockwave. What if Iron Fist is able to do that himself, by making both hands light up and then just kind of punching himself? Could he do that and then kind of, create a shockwave that would go places? And then, how would he kind of do things to direct that? What if he hit both of his hands together, went like that, and kind of like direct some sort of a shockwave so that it would blast everyone, if a bunch of guys knocked them all over in front of them without too much all the way around him? Because right now when he punches things everywhere, a full circle kind of gets affected. So I think it would be cool to see different things as he learns to use different stuff. And I feel like we could be getting close to maybe by the end of the season him having both fists, and maybe having a costume. Hopefully that could be really cool with that. I think it's going to be cool to see where things go with all this. So I'm really excited to see where things going with this. Like I said, the Davos and Joyce Meacham storyline is okay. It's kind of interesting at some points. Some points it just gets boring, it's tiring on as they're taking forever to do anything. But the Mary Walker storyline is extremely interesting. Now, and I was really interested. With the fact that I noticed that she has Alice Eve, who plays Mary Walker, has one green eye and one blue eye, and for a second I thought that was part of the character, but it's actually part of the actress and stuff. So it's quite interesting to see that it's not part of the character at all. The character, at least on the Marvel wiki here, has brown eyes. So that's just something from the actress, which is quite interesting, and I think it adds an extra element to the character. So I think it makes it that much more interesting. I thought it was a part that kind of affected with the as she transformed, maybe her eyes color changed, but they would have kind of made more of a focus on that. So it's just something from the character, from the actress, but it's pretty cool at how she's able to bring that to the character too. It adds a little another element there. So let me know what you think, guys, about this episode in the comments below. What do you think about the first 3 episodes so far? Where do you think things are going? And what I might be doing is doing a little bit of a giveaway, for my favorite comments as I keep watching the shows and stuff. So let me know what you think, guys. If you're interested in that, just leave a comment on any one of my videos, and I might be see if I can do a giveaway or something for my favorite comment. So let me know what you think, guys, about this in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.
I'm Captain America, here to talk to you about one of the most valuable traits a soldier or student can have.
Subscribing.
Sometimes subscribing is the key to victory. Sometimes it leads to very little, and it seems like it's not worth it. And you wonder why you waited so long for something so disappointing. How many more of these?
You're still here.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, guys. Peace.
It's over.